and execution of high-standard low-cost houses are also being exhibited by both national and multinational firms.
We are here to present our technology to the African government, 44 members of shelter profile, and with the issue of to make some partnership between partnership private-public.
The international event continues this Wednesday with an annual symposium marked by a physical and online plenary under the chair of Cameroon's Minister of Housing and Urban Development.
Still talking about housing crisis and problems within the African continent, and notably in Cameroon, we now take you to the city of Douala, the economic capital, where a demolition exercise has been announced for the new town airport neighborhood of the city, an area that is home to thousands of inhabitants, and it has been the case for several decades. Mange Venasius, who visited the site after the announcement, reports that the inhabitants of the area to be demolished are still lamenting over the possible loss of all their belongings, and as they have equally been asked to evacuate the area according to some unconfirmed reports. Let's hear that in the next report.
Because of illegal and anarchical construction on the airport land and in prelude to the AFCON 2021 competition, airport authorities have plunged inhabitants of this neighborhood into sleepless nights. A demolition exercise has been scheduled in the days ahead. The inhabitants consider the move too heavy for them to bear. A locality with more than 15,000 individuals, with schools, both public and private, churches and mosques, and health facilities, local rulers say the quarter dates back as far as 1984.
We have been here since 1984. It happened once that we were informed that the bazaar were giving out places since they wanted their places to be developed. So maybe I would say I came late because I just bought mine from somebody who was already here. But I'm talking of 1984. When we came, we tried to find out if it was safe. One white Obasegna told us that here is safe. But those who were already the other way, where the school in charge of fire brigade is built today, that it was not safe. Surely they came and destroyed it.
Some of these inhabitants admit that they bought the land from natives of the area with documents attesting to their ownership.
When we came to Douala, we were looking for a place where we can settle and carry on with our activities. When we came through this area to this area, we saw in between, there was an interaction, and we got in touch with one Mr. Peter who stays here. And he's the one who sold us a piece of land where we had to build the church, and also the other part of the land we were using for our businesses. And also there were also tenants there.
The issue of demolition, as they say, goes back to 1994. A first phase of the demolition exercise had been carried out, and the second is being envisaged. The exercise in itself is as confused as the people are. Following a document circulating in the neighborhood, there are no precise demarcations of the exercise. Quarter heads say authorities of Douala 2 subdivision simply said the whole quarter will be cleared. A statement which, if applied, could be dangerous to these people. All the same, leaders still call for calm, as only dialogue can help out as of now.
I told my population to be calm. Let us just be united and wait. We shall have a meeting that we may decide to go, as I already told you, we decide to go and see the air Rashid. I told them to be calm, that it is the government who accepted us because the government saw when we were building. It is since 1984. I said the government saw when we were building. They didn't demolish. The government has given us a school, a very nice school. They didn't refuse. I believe the government cannot behave that way.
According to a communique notifying those concerned, they are expected to take necessary actions to facilitate the exercise.
Inhabitants of the New Town Airport neighborhood set for destruction continue to justify their reasons for occupying this area, and one of them, a traditional ruler, even states that the presence of 2 government schools in this locality is clear proof that the government acknowledges and understands their presence there. Let's listen to the chief in the following excerpt prepared by Mange Venasius.
We started developing this place and started fighting for a school. They gave up a school, a beautiful one as this. So that one gave us also confidence that a state giving us a school as this was really that the state wanted us to stay and develop this place. So we continued our development. Up to 1 year, I may not give you the year precisely because I'm a military man. I was in the extreme north, far north, sorry. I was in the far north, and I came down once. They told us that they were asking people to go away from this place. But after building the school, we asked them, why then did they give us a school? Giving a school is accepting, the school is for a population, it's accepting us to say. Since then, they said there was a presidential decree also that the president sent out people to come and meet us with a presidential decree that we should stay, they shouldn't destroy us. My only problem was that I was not around. When I came, I wanted to get the copy of the decree. In fact, I have to tell you the truth, that where I am, really, I haven't the copy.
Now we move on to this societal news story. As you heard on the headline, TIK-TOK, a popular social networking application, is grabbing the time and attention of young Cameroonians as an entertainment platform, but equally a money-generating one. Ekokobe Remy Carroll now tells us more about this video application, as well as its dance, comedy, as well as educative characteristics of TIK-TOK. Let's get her report.
Creativity mimicking to audio clips, acting, dancing, singing, makeup tutorials are some activities that users create content with in order to make TIK-TOK interactive and entertaining. This is possible with the filters and hacks that the app provides to its users to self-edit their videos. Many people have been able to make money, promote their businesses, sell their products, and gain fame from TIK-TOK. This is through many followers, likes based on the content they create. In Cameroon, a number of youths like Diana Bully, CEO of Kra Makeup, Chabeja Rosaline, Ma Jackie, Tik Dengue, 237 Town Crier, Claudio Njala, and many others have succeeded to pull a number of followers to interact with the content they create. Apart from being entertaining, the Chinese video sharing social networking service is addictive and data consuming. The platform witnessed an epic rise in the number of downloads and users during the COVID-19 lockdown and has been ranked among the most frequently downloaded and used social media app worldwide.
Away with that, we now take you back to Cameroon's capital, Yaoundé, where an exchange meeting is taking place between members of the Constitutional Laws Committee of the National Assembly and Cameroon's Human Rights Commission. This was during a special session that had as objective the presentation of facts about respect of human rights in Cameroon and seek better ways of working together to ensure that rights of vulnerable persons are protected. Let's now listen to the President of the National Commission for Human Rights and Freedoms, James Mwange Kobila, who talked to our reporter, Ate Bonaventure, at the end of the session. Let's listen.
The biggest problem we are facing is the access to the places where the allegations of human rights violations are raised. Because we need to conduct on field work, we should to conduct inquiries, but sometimes it's difficult where peace is not there. I have called on the parliamentarians to implement the Belgrade principles on relations between parliaments and national human rights institutions. Those principles provide, namely, that Parliament should and the national human rights institution should build up a permanent relations.
To round up with local stories that is stories within Cameroon, we now look at this advertorial with Nextel Cameroon, as the company has created a new application to enable sports and football lovers and fans to be able to support their teams by contributing financially to boost their performance. The marketing and communication unit of this company are out or have engaged on a field work to sensitize potential users on the importance of this innovation. Ate Bonaventure tells us more.
Subscribers of Nextel Cameroon and football lovers now have the possibility to support their teams financially thanks to the Network Sports Financial Service, NSF. The marketing and communication team have begun meeting with subscribers in the Central region to explain the innovation and its applicability.
The NSF app is a multi-service application you can use to multiply your support for your local team, local football team in Cameroon. By using *010#, you can improve. You can help your football by giving them the financial support by using NSF application.
The initiative of the mobile communication giant is part of its sport support and development policies geared towards boosting sporting activities as a unifying factor.
By using this servicing, you can be the one who can call sociophone. The sociophone is the one who subscribe to the service of NSF, the network finance support of football in Cameroon. Is the best service of multi services activities in supporting the local team in Cameroon. After that, I want to use this opportunity to call the Cameroonians, especially the population in Central region, to come and enjoy our services.
The field operation is also an occasion to get the appraisal of consumers in terms of service and network quality. The millions of sport and football lovers that use the best 3G network are poised to discover and enjoy the benefits of the NSF platform.
Now on to foreign news stories, notably those out of Cameroon but still in Africa. To end today's edition of the news, the World Health Organization is currently in South Africa for talks on welcoming new vaccine technology transfer center that would assist the African continent in the obtention of vaccine doses. While in Libya, the interim government has opened a highway linking the eastern and the western parts of the country that had for long been separated or divided due to conflict in the nation. Details of this with Rogea Tububa.
In South Africa, the World Health Organization is in talks to create the first ever technology transfer hub for COVID-19, a move that will boost supply to the African continent that is desperately in need of doses. Many hope this initiative will help reduce inequalities when it comes to access to vaccines. Out of more than 1 billion anti-COVID doses administered globally, less than 1% have been in poor countries. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa congratulated the creation of this technology transfer hub as the COVID-19 pandemic revealed the full extent of the vaccine gap between developed and developing economies and how the gap can severely undermine global health security. Ramaphosa added in a press briefing that Africa will soon be able to take responsibility for the health of their people as a result of the new World Health Organization-backed Technology Transfer Center. Libya's interim authorities have reopened the Mediterranean coastal highway, linking the country's long-divided eastern and western cities in the latest bid to reunite the land after years of civil war. The announcement comes 3 days ahead of an international conference on Libya that will be hosted by Germany and the United Nations in Berlin. The coastal highway has been closed since April 2019 after East-based military commander Khalifa Haftar launched a military offensive to take the capital Tripoli from the United Nations. In an address, Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Dbeibah called on Libyans to brush aside divisions and join hands to achieve stability and rebuild the oil-rich country. Dbeibah, who took office in March to lead the country to elections in December, was joined by members of his administration for a ceremony to reopen the road. The resumption of traffic on the road stretching along Libya's Mediterranean coastline comes amid tensions between the interim authorities and Haftar's troops. The highway connects the war-torn North African country's border with Tunisia to its frontier with Egypt.
We have come to the end of today's newscast in the English language here on DBS Television with Miss Cynthia Ngwemo. It has been a pleasure to have you again today, and we do hope to see you when we return tomorrow for the midweek edition. Until tomorrow, good night.